Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Staten. We're back with another MyTeam game. It's my second game in the 7th seed, running with the same lineup as the last game. Going against a mostly bronze squad except for J.R. Smith, Richard Jefferson, and Gerald Green. Not sure if Andre Blatch is bronze or not. I think he might be bronze, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And I know a lot of well, some of the comments from my last video were how come I didn't use Clyde and you know, Thorpe and all them. It's because I don't like putting a whole bunch of new players, and that animation needs to be taken out the game right there. It's like just like you sitting there trying to dribble the ball. You know, I don't mind, you know, big men aren't able to dribble the ball, aren't able to handle the ball like that. But, you know, they just kind of, you know, you walk, you're dribbling, and somebody just kind of walks over to you and hugs you, and then the ball just falls to the ground and shit. It's kind of stupid. They need to do something about that animation. But anyway, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by 2K's bullshit, I don't like overfilling my, you know, my roster with new players all at the same time. You know, I kind of like to, you know, trickle people in little by little, so that, you know, I'm able to keep my offense flowing, and, you know, I'm not just dealing with new people constantly trying to learn new releases, trying to get everybody involved at the same time. So once I'm comfortable with the players that I put into the, you know, the lineup and rotation, then I can add somebody else, take somebody else out that I'm kind of working on replacing, and it just, you know, just helps me, you know, flow my team a little bit better, so I don't lose, you know, don't feel like I'm losing any ground. And that whole, you know, that walking around the 3-point line and bombing a three, that is some bullshit. And when he started doing that, man, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure I whoop his ass. Man, I hate that shit. I hate it so much. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. And he was playing off ball a lot. You know, he was playing with the center. So I mean, he would leave my center open a lot. And then I try to get him the ball because they're wide the hell open. Then he'd just come out of nowhere and knock the pass loose. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess it's worked for him because he's up in the 7th seed. And I've noticed that everybody in the 7th seed has Richard Jefferson. I mean, Richard Jefferson and Gerald Green, at least the 2 games that I've played so far. Get a hand up even though I'm jumping the wrong way. It's all good, don't really matter. And I see my boy Pierce over there. Let me go ahead and get some of this cash money. And I mean, he was I knew something was a little up because he was starting the dude Bennett. We'll go ahead and throw that up to my boy LaFonso Ellis. He was starting Bennett, man, and nobody starts Zach Bennett. That's like taboo right there. Nobody does that. And I think Zach Bennett can shoot threes, I think. But, I mean, he has DJ Augustine on the team, so I'm really not sure why he has Zach Bennett in the starting lineup. Get that shit out of here, dog. What you doing? But I'm assuming he can shoot threes. I mean, I get him all the time, but I never really look at his numbers. But that's really the only reason I could see somebody starting him at all, nonetheless, over DJ Augustine. But you see, man, putting the hands up works, man. For some reason, it forces them to fade away when you're not really all that close. I mean, it works instead of running up to them and jumping all the time. I get caught with that sometimes too, still, but keeping your hands up seems to work. And I definitely think that's the way I'm gonna try to start attacking these walk around the 3-point line, bomb a 3 up type of shit. And yeah, I know you saw, like, he has Gerald Green at the 4, and then later on he put him at the 5. So pretty much, like, if I scored, he would just kind of try to throw the ball up the court real quick, because Horace Grant obviously isn't fast enough to stay with a Gerald Green. Neither is Kufis or Bynum, whoever I got at center. So they're going to get up the floor faster. And you see my boy Kufis on the floor. We're going to take those easy 2 points. We're going to take that any day. And, I mean, Dumars played really well for me this game. Horace Grant played great for me this game. Hershey Hawkins. I'm thinking about leaving Hershey Hawkins coming in off the bench. And definitely in this game, I felt really good about having Joe Dumars at the point. So I mean, he plays really good on both ends of the floor. and I really don't see him going anywhere for the foreseeable future unless I get another point guard that I like a maybe if I get Derrick Rose somehow or Penny Hardaway, then he's not going anywhere. And for the next game, I will bring Clyde in. He will be starting at the 2, but for now we're just gonna hit him with a little we're just gonna go ahead and throw this floater in. Gonna throw that in, and as you can see, man, we in here whooping his ass. I mean, I got my whole bench in. That's how bad it got, man. I made it my mission to go in here and whoop his ass. And like he just kind of, you know, he was jacking threes, and then once they weren't falling anymore, he just decided to kind of, you know, walk around, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bomb me a 3 too. Fuck you. And then he decided to start just walking around and, you know, trying to drive the lane, get dunks and all that. Don't really matter to me. You down by 20 points. You can get it. You can go ahead and take 2 points. I'm not tripping. But I'm not just going to give you wide open threes. I'm not going to let you think that your three ball launching shit is working. So I'm going to keep the pressure on him. I want to keep playing defense. But you're going to leave my boy Koof open. We're going to get some of this.
In a game like this. Oh!
We're going to get some of that. That's what you get playing like a bitch. I hate people who play like this, man. I can't stand this shit. And Koofus ain't done. Koof's still playing defense. And Koof's going to go ahead and get this block real quick. So, yeah, I blow this dude out pretty easily. I say, honestly, this is probably the one of the, like, he played off-ball defense pretty much the whole game. And look at this shit. I had to leave that in the video. And that was honestly probably the easiest time that I had scoring the ball. Like normally I struggle a little bit against the computer, but I scored the ball really easily, really well against the computer this game. So, you know, that was definitely a good look, man. My shooters came to play. My defense played really well. And we moved the ball on, and good thing everybody got in the game, everybody got a chance to score. That's always a good look when a team comes together like that, plays like that for you. See, we did our thing on the 3-point shooting. I mean, he got some points with Green and Jefferson. I'm not really worried about that. They were all 2s. So he was 4 for 20 from 3-point, and that's the kind of thing we're looking for. Hold him to terrible numbers from the shooting, you know, from 3-point land. Try to win the rebounding battle. He got a lot of offensive rebounds, but for the most part, we were in control from this game. From, I'll say, about halfway through the first to the end.